Action News continues with Scott Palmer, Dave Roberts, Lisa Thomas-Laurie, and Mark Howard.
Hello again. The big story on Action News this evening is the return to the Delaware Valley of the reputed godfather of organized crime here. Nicodemo Scarfo of Atlantic City was released from federal prison in Texas today after serving most of a 2-year sentence for illegal possession of a gun. Scarfo, who's seen here in some file footage, was released 8 months early for good behavior. He's expected to return to the area later this evening. Even while in prison, federal officials say that he was the man in charge of the rackets in the Philadelphia and Atlantic City areas. Action News reporter Kathy Gandolfo has put together a special report, a chronicle of the mob activities that led up to Scarfo's alleged dominance of the local mob.
On the night of March 21st, 1980, reputed organized crime boss Angelo Bruno was murdered as he sat in his car outside his South Philadelphia home. Just about 1 year later, Philip Testa, the man police say was Bruno's successor, was killed in a bomb blast at his home. According to Pennsylvania and New Jersey investigators, the man who ascended to power following Testa's death was Nicodemo Scarfo. Prior to this, Scarfo was allegedly the Bruno crime family's man in Atlantic City, overseeing loan sharking and illegal gambling operations. Scarfo, who lives on Georgia Avenue in Atlantic City, served a 6-month prison term in 1964 for manslaughter, and he served 2 more years for contempt for failing to answer a crime commission's questions. In 1980, Scarfo, his nephew Philip Leonetti, and Lawrence Merlino were acquitted of murdering a Margate contractor. However, Scarfo was sentenced to 2 years for possession of a weapon, for which he has been paroled after 17 months. Since the death of Angelo Bruno, at least 21 reputed organized crime figures have been killed. Lieutenant Colonel Justin Dentino of the New Jersey State Police is an expert on organized crime activity in the state. He says Scarfo continued to run the family from his Texas jail cell.
Through the history of organized crime, that even though a boss is in prison, that any homicides that occur would not occur without his approval.
Dentino says Scarfo associates Phil Leonetti, Lawrence, and Salvatore Merlino are the men who carried out all of Scarfo's orders. With Scarfo out of jail, Dentino says lawmen will be tailing him and will maintain total surveillance on him and his close associates. Dentino expects that Scarfo will flex his muscles and make sure that everyone knows he's the boss and in total control, and will eliminate any resistance.
I believe that there'll be a few more homicides that will occur relatively quickly to eliminate any remaining pockets of resistance. And then in the future, I believe that there'll be a continuation of violence within the Scarfo organization because he is a violent-prone individual. He has surrounded himself with violent-prone individuals, and he doesn't need too much of an excuse to kill someone.
With most of his opposition out of the way, Dentino says Scarfo will be out to make some money in Atlantic City and will increase his bookmaking, loan sharking, narcotics, and labor racketeering activities. Dentino does not think that Scarfo's life is in any immediate danger. If there is any resistance left to Scarfo's rule, it could come from the remaining members of the Riccobini crime family. According to Dentino, they could be Scarfo's targets. Dentino suggests that anyone who is on the outs with Scarfo should either make peace with him or perhaps visit an uncharted island. I'm Kathy Gandolfo, Channel 6 Action News.
And one footnote to all this, Nicky Scarfo is free tonight, but his top associate, alleged top associate, is not. Salvatore Chucky Merlino has been convicted of trying to bribe a Margate policeman. Merlino could go to jail for up to 15 years. He will be sentenced next week.
A Wall Street Journal investigation into Donald Trump's business career finds the GOP presidential nominee sometimes dealt with people connected to organized crime in his Atlantic City and New York real estate work.
I need a man who has powerful friends. I need $1 million in cash. I need, Don Corleone, those politicians that you carry in your pocket, like so many nickels and dimes.
What is the interest for my family?
30%. In the first year, your end should be $3–4 million. And then it would go up.
And what is the interest for the Galley family?
My compliments. I'll take care of the Tatalias. Out of my share.
So I receive 30% for finance, political influence, and legal protection. That's what you're telling me.
That's right.
Why do you come to me? Why do I deserve this generosity?
If you consider $1 million in cash, just finance. De salud, Don Corleone.